Good morning. I thought I'd come out here and give everybody an update on the landscaping project. It is Monday, May 16th. This has been the most beautiful weekend here on the Cape. It was warm. We even went to the beach. And of course the car is going to come by now. But so the landscapers came and started digging up all the grass and leveling out the property a little bit. And over here, I don't know if I said before, we're going to be replacing this driveway with new asphalt, and then on this side we're going to increase our parking. We're going to put crushed stone here, and we have this cobblestone apron that they did start. It's laid in there with the cement, but they haven't filled in the cracks yet. As you can see, we have both of my girls here today, so this car's lined all the way up, so we definitely need more parking. So these two, I think I may have said before, these two rhododendrons, I hate to just like tear them up and rip them out. They're original to the house, and they are starting to bloom. I'll walk over and show you. But we're gonna pull those up and plant them somewhere in the back. And I think they're like a really nice magenta color. Rhodies are not my favorite. I don't love them, but you know me, I just cannot waste a plant. See, there's the color. And they have some dead here. I have to come in and prune out, but I think I'm gonna wait till they move them and then prune it out. And so here's just some of our patio blocks, but my vision for the front here was to have a curved walkway. And when I came down, I noticed that they made this walkway like square. And I know it's really wide because they make it wider, the hole bigger than, you know, the actual walk is gonna be. But I bought all of these perennials to put in this bed right here. So it looks like they only left me this tiny triangle of space. So I just took some black spray paint and I made a line. See that line right there is where all this I want to be bed, so I can fit what I want to fit in there. And so obviously the walkway is going to have to come, they're going to have to redig it out this way more. So that's pretty much the front. The Japanese maple, you can see here that my husband so desperately wanted to rip out because it's got a really weird shape, but I actually love it. I think it's beautiful. I like the way it's kind of like not perfect. I don't know, I just like it. It's frothy and pretty, I think. So it's leaving out really nice. I mean, it's perfect as far as I'm concerned, so we're keeping it. And actually we had to, I don't know if you can see the lilies. It like glows in the sun. It absolutely glows. But we actually had to like rethink the way we were gonna do the driveway here because I wanted to keep the tree. My husband wanted to do this whole thing driveway. As a matter of fact, he wanted to do the driveway all the way up to the side of the house. And I said, I am not living in a stone concrete jungle, so I nixed it. So I think that's what this little stake here is. The driveway's gonna come and skirt the tree. So we made it just a little more narrow just to save this tree. So let me show you what they did in the back. The yard is so much bigger. First of all, look at the side yard. It's pretty big. So much bigger than we anticipated, which is kind of nice. I mean, I don't want too much garden to take care of. I mean, this is a vacation home for the most part. But they cleared everything out. Now you can see the stone wall back there. We always were going to keep that big tree there. I don't know what kind of tree it is. I'll have to figure that out. I'll show you that later. But when we took Clifford the big red deck off, which you guys might remember from my last video, it was not installed properly. And that's part of the reason why we took it down. One, it was not pretty, but we were going to like live with it for a couple of years, but it was just so ugly. And then my husband was running with the dogs and he actually fell through it. So it had to go. And then we had a contractor come out and say, you know, it wasn't installed properly. There's probably some damage to your shingles at the very least. Well, lo and behold, there was damage. There was all damage to the shingles. I mean, this is minor damage here, just from where the post was, the part of the deck was up against the house. But we actually had the sill was rotted, and just in a couple spots, like not horrible. So we had a contractor come in, Wallace. He was amazing, and they took off like 4 rows of shingles or whatever, and then they repaired the sill. Then they put this water tarpy, I don't know, it almost looked like asphalt roof shingles, but it wasn't. It was like one piece. It was really sticky, and they put that on, and then they put this Aztec board which is like waterproof right here. All the way along this. Look at how, like, there's no way the dirt should come up that high. But what he did was he extended this down. So, you know, there is foundation under here. It's just hidden by this. But I think my landscaper is going to come and dig this out when he puts the patio in. But let me show you the sill. I think they saved a couple pieces of it. Yeah, look, it was terrible. This is like the construction debris. But look at it. Like, that was making me panic. To think that my house was sitting on a piece of wood. This is what was supporting my house. So I was like, I wanted to just rip the whole thing off, redo the whole sill in the whole house. And the construction guy had to like talk me off the cliff because I was freaking. Oh, this is the stuff that they put on to, I don't know what it's called, but it's like sticky and waterproof. My finger's in the picture again. You'll have that a lot with me because I'm terrible at this. But anyways, so they replaced they fixed the dry vent that's right there. This is going to be moved because that's the original shower. It's in the middle of the back of the house, which is very weird. We're going to put it down that end, and our shower is going to come out this way. You'll see. And also, we planning on putting obviously some steps here, bluestone tops. Unfortunately, there was a window right there. So we're like, oh goodness, we have to rethink our plan. We can't have a step. There's a window, but they just filled it in. They put cement. They blocked it off with this big cement block. And you're not going to see this because it's going to be a bluestone steps with, I think, rock face on here. So it's going to look really nice. Let me show you. Oh, also, I'm going to just show you over here, because they ripped out one of my hydrangeas. This whole property had 3 plants on it, the 2 rhodies in the front and this 1 hydrangea. And so I started, they took it out with a forklift and they left it on the side of the yard. I'm like, I don't want it to die. So I came out here and foolishly started digging this massive hole right here to plant it. And then I couldn't move it. It weighed a ton. So I did ask the landscaper to at least move it back here. And I'm going to have him put it in the ground for me. I just have the hose dripping on it because I don't want it to dry out. So I've had this hose just like dripping, keeping it wet because I don't want to lose it. I have 3 good plants in this whole yard. So now you can see the stone wall better. Unfortunately, I love the stone wall and I want to be able to see it, but we have an auction house actually behind my house, and they have these like shipping containers. See them right there? I don't want to look at that. And sometimes there's more trucks out here and stuff, so we are going to put in some kind of hedge. Like I'm probably going to have to go with arborvitaes. I was fighting the arborvitae route the whole way, but they're just so practical. They make sense. We need so many of them, and you know, you can get them pretty inexpensively, so I think that's what we're going to do. The yellow flags here is where our shed is going, and it's supposed to go in this Friday, so we really have to get moving on getting the base done for the shed. And let me show you this. So over here is where my vegetable garden is going to go, and then look at the side yard. It's really just much bigger than we anticipated. I really wish we could take back some more of this junk here, but I don't want to infringe too much on my neighbor's property. There is a flag. It is staked. I would like to just clean it up a little bit. I mean, but anyway, so that's the side yard. I just thought I'd give you a quick update. Hope you guys aren't getting dizzy. I really have to get like something to stabilize my camera, so when I'm walking, it's not jiggling all over the place. And we do have to do something about this because we have a living space in the basement. There's a bedroom, another room, a laundry room, a storage room down there, and a full bath. So it's really nice. So you need this egress in order to have that be a bedroom. But to me, it just looks like a death trap. Someone could come and just fall. So we are going to put some kind of fence and gate around it and plants to make it look nice, just to save people from falling in it. And also today I'm going to go to the nursery and trying to determine how I'm going to do this front bed. I mean, we definitely want something evergreen here to cover up all these gas lines. But I'm not a big fan of like pines and things like that. So I don't know, I really have to think about that. If I get some kind of pine, or it has to be something, I'm thinking there's a lot of the trees with like the droopy like weeping type of pine, something with some architectural detail that I will like. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm not gonna buy anything yet, I think, because I don't even know the size of these beds yet. And I think I might have told you before, out here we're gonna have a white fence that goes about one thing up the driveway, then across, and then we're gonna put all sorts of plants. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.